Zelda Tears of a Kingdom is one of the most overwhelmingly massive games you will ever experience. After getting invited by Nintendo to go indoor skydiving and attend a launch party with other creators, I knew that I had to do something special for playing my most anticipated game ever for the first time. Using Vitch's one dock pack, I'll be playing Zelda on a massive 120-inch virtual screen anywhere I go, using what looks like sunglasses and the virtual one mobile dock, a portable Switch dock. What? One in-game day equals 24 minutes in real life.
So how long's 100 days?
Do I seem like someone who can multiply by 100? YouTubers don't know maths. So I woke up with a grey arm and my Master Sword broken. Bit weird. I went outside, grabbed the Puro Pad, made my way to the Temple of Time, and then it hit me. I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom! In Vitch's XL glasses, no less. I made my way to the temple where I met a goat ghost named Raru. Turns out my new arm is his, so I guess I'm part furry now, but my arm was nowhere near its full power. So Raru gave me a mission. Head to 3 shrines located across the Sky Islands to restore the arm to its full potential. Little did he know I would get distracted bird watching. I saw a bird, restored Ultra Hand that let me stick objects and waggle them around, saw a bigger bird, restored Fuse that let me stick anything to weapons and waggle them around, restored Ascend allowing me to
finally awake.
Do that, and with all 3 shrines complete, I headed back to the Temple of Time as fast as I could to receive the 4th major ability, Recall. I sent the Master Sword back to Zelda, said goodbye to Raru, I wish he was this game starving, and with the tutorial done, the clouds cleared, allowing me to reach the surface. Feeling a bit more grounded, I trotted off to Lookout Landing outside of Hyrule Castle, where Pura gave me the rundown.
Zelda's missing. The world has rapidly changed, and there's 4 really important quests.
Yes! Oh, this is a shame. Spoke with the people of Hyrule, who all seem to have pretty busy lives all of a sudden. There's a survey corps, researchers, fighters, cooks, smiths, refugees. Apparently, Hatano Village has been under siege by pirates. That's so cool! I can't wait to fight some pirates in an epic side quest. Oh no. Pura gave me my paraglider, ready to head out next morning. If only she could see me now. As I was exploring, I came across this weird hole in the ground covered in gloom. Am I afraid? Yes. Am I curious? Incredibly. Let's jump down and see where it goes. Let's jump down and see where it goes. The depths. It leads to the depths. Welcome to the depths, everybody. I can't see a bloody thing. I found something called a light route. Oh, now I can see down here. I don't like seeing down here. I found some goblin frogs. I encountered some trees. Why didn't I just chop them down? It's called Evermean. I also met a ghost soldier. He seems quite nice. How do I leave? I teleported back to Lookout Landing and met Penn, a writer for the newspaper Lucky Clover Gazette. He thinks we'd make a good team. Yes, please. Partner, but I'll have to wait because Robbie wants to go back down to the depths. Robbie, trust me, you don't want to go down there. We're going down there. You took me down here for a camera? Robbie, what are 24 megapixels gonna do when I'm infected by gloom and stuck on one heart? I don't know. I tried cooking this dark clump since it seems to be gloom resistant, but I think it's also cooking resistant because this looks disgusting. So without knowing any way to recover my hearts, I fast traveled back again and feeling eagerly curious, I made my way south to the Great Plateau. Saved some Koroks, did some shrines, used up all my food fighting a moblin, finally arriving to our old friend. I managed to find an entrance from ground level and headed to the other Temple of Time. Hopefully I don't get hit by an arrow from a skeleton or anything. So after a night of being slapped by pigs, I reached the temple where the goddess statue started speaking to me about finding its eyes. I found some craters to the depths, so maybe the eyes are down there. Now I couldn't find an eye down here, but I built a roller coaster. The coaster tracks took me to this weird abandoned building. Wait a second. This guy has no eyes! I went upstairs in search of his eyes, but instead, I discovered auto build. Maybe there's something I should do after getting this ability that would start a boss battle. Nope, I gotta find some eyes. So I walked away wounded and confused, found a light route, built a Land Rover, found the Yiga clan, built another roller coaster. Whoa, a chest! Maybe it's one of the eyes. A what trousers? If I'm being honest, I was a tad nervous that since I'm traveling, I wouldn't be able to enjoy playing this game for the first time how I'd like to, on a big, massive screen. I didn't want to experience this huge game and see my grubby sausages at the same time. So when I say using the Witcher 1 dock and glasses made my first time playing meet, if not succeed my expectations for immersion, I feel very happy. I had the most personal and comfortable way to play Tears of the Kingdom without compromising anything from playing on a TV at home. Especially the audio. I was not expecting speakers built into glasses to sound this good. It's nutty. And do you know what else was nutty? How simple it was to set up. You connect the mobile dock to the Switch, the XR glasses to the mobile dock, power it on, and I can see.
You never know. In the middle of Starbucks.
Now this is all magical, but the glasses themselves are the true wow factor in all this. XR, or extended reality, is looking to be the next wave for how we experience technology going forward. And what Vitch has done here is the first time I've experienced XR tech, but I think can be genuinely practical in application and not just a gimmick. Now, of course, the novelty of a product like this is still there. Glasses with screens on them, a portable Switch dock, next level incognito. But experiencing Zelda this way has really shown me that having a product like this, especially for travel, can be a genuine game changer. We've got 90 more days to go, so let's see if my opinions change. I fast traveled to the surface with a goal set to map out Hyrule with the Skyview Towers. I arrived at Poplar Foothill Tower where I found a well, and oh no, someone's stuck down there! Never fear, old chum! Help is on board! Unfortunately, the next tower didn't go much better. Doing this was making me angry, so I bunked off towards the outskirts of Lorraine Village to talk with a chief and a man known as Bolson on how we can solve this pirate situation.
So what do you think I should do?
Why are you so angry with me? I've come to help.
You haven't come to help.
I
I could have
haven't.
almost done it by now.
I
You're
bought
just
you-
standing there being fatuous and bringing a thing of salt from a seaside cafe from the 1950s in Morecambe. Bugger off.
Chief, you want me to take care of the pirates?
Please.
Spending my Switch's extra battery life from the mobile dock effectively, I devoted an embarrassing amount of time ultra-handing some planks together to get onto the ship, taking on the captain for an easy win.
At the moment, mate, you're losing.
Second round, I decided to attack smarter instead of harder, using arrow fusions. Bombs, puff shrooms, muddle buds. I like that last one a lot. With the pirates now taken care of, the next step in getting the village back to its former glory was teaming up with Bolson for renovation. And thanks to my trusty vehicle, I'll bring you the logs faster than you can say, "The trees are alive!" Simple steps.
What is that noise?
Almost there. All right. Oh, no.
Did he just crash it? Was that a crash, or did he just disappear behind the...
He has, look, he's gone off there.
Getting a bit bored of helping those in need, I headed back to give the Skyview Tower another go. Well, shit. So I gave it another go, and with the power of a flame shield, we were airborne. And on top of the clouds, I spotted a Minecraft reference. Getting some air from the springs in the arena, I was in the perfect position to give Colonel Cube the finishing blow. Yeah, I couldn't beat it because of, the XR glasses. The 1920 by 1080p per eyeball and the 55 pixels per degree was too crisp and too mesmerizing that I got distracted and lost. Gee, Witcher, did you have to make technology this cool without standing a chance against the roadblocks? And landed back on the surface in search for the nearest chasm. Wait, what's that noise? Oh, nice. I'm back in the dark, cold, isolating depths of Hyrule. How lovely. But I wouldn't be isolated for long, as after hitting a few evil bones, I spotted some bones that weren't so evil. Friendly bones! So me and my new companion, Bonuscus, galloped across this gloom-filled terrain together, feeling confident as ever. I think I wet my leather. No one said there was going to be giant frogs down here! Bonuscus! Make a run for it! We gotta escape! I couldn't trust Bonuscus after that. So I went back to exploring solo. Found some more armor, got myself stuck in a crevice with no escape. Oh, bye car, bye. After a fair few amount of mishaps and tomfoolery, I managed to end up back under the Great Plateau. And whilst I'm here, I might as well do a bit of that auto-build tutorial the researchers were insisting I do. Wait a second. I recognize that moaning anywhere. It's Master Koga? All right, Koga, it's been 6 years. Show me your worst. Long story short, he didn't stand a chance against me. Koga flew away with a tantrum, although I have a suspicious feeling we're gonna run into him again, which honestly I wouldn't mind because his theme is the best. With my to-do list cleared, I headed towards the Hyrule-filled Skyview Tower with a few distractions on my way there. 3 to be exact. I ended up gliding pretty far and ended up in the Gerudo Canyon. I made an American shield, defeated some Lizalfos and got the coolest looking weapons ever, and traveled via wagon to the Gerudo Canyon Tower. And from up here, I can see the entire desert. there's a giant storm making it impossible to see the entire desert. I trotted off into the desert storm, trying to make my way to Gerudo Town. What is that? Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't know, oh, yeah, I'm what? Eventually arrived at a Gerudo town that felt very off. The town was practically abandoned, so I met up with Riju to get some answers. Apparently, the entire town's population has had to evacuate to an underground bunker thanks to the desert storm and these creepy crawlies. But by teaming up together, we can handle anything. Okay, maybe not everything. You guys deal with this. I'll come back here later. Bye. Have fun with the bugs. So I headed back north to complete another Skyview Tower and then ran into Impa in a hot air balloon. What if I do this? Wait a sec, what's this? So these geoglyphs hold memories from the ancient past? I know where another geoglyph is. What the fuck? Good thing I'm playing with my XR glasses, because that memory is a huge spoiler. I don't want to spoil for people sitting next to me on the plane. Also, I don't really want them seeing this, which is arguably worse. Now, these days were done entirely on my recent flight back to New York. A flight, the ideal time in your life to justify watching movies and playing video games. So why is playing Switch and handheld always a nightmare? Playing handheld like this is uncomfortable 9 times out of 10. People can eavesdrop and see what you're playing. And playing tabletop on that flip-out table is the most anxiety-inducing thing when the flight attendant pours you a fizzy drink in that tiny plastic cup and the smallest bit of turbulence and... Now, handheld on Switch is functional, it works, but it's never my first choice. Even with the OLED or the light models for the Switch, handheld to me always feels like you're compromising the experience of playing your favorite games. My favorite way to play Switch is on a big TV with a Pro controller. I think you know where I'm getting here. These Virtue guys managed to make handheld to be that experience, arguably even more immersive. I had the mobile dock in the Switch in a little seat sleeve, XR glasses on, Pro controller in hand, and immediately I was feeling pretty comfortable. No more worrying about people watching me, unsure where to put my hands, or turbulent anxiety. With the Virtua 1 dock pack, I have the ultimate gaming setup right in front of me, and no one was the wiser. Because reminder, you don't have a clunky headset giving you stares and being bullied for spending $3,500. With Virtua, no one even knows what you're doing. It just looks like you're wearing sunglasses. And that is such a luxury. I had privacy of my entertainment, didn't get any weird looks on a plane, and I could easily have a conversation with a flight attendant to get a drink since you can still see the outside world. It turned a sad reminder that I can't afford business class to a first-class gaming experience 30,000 feet in the air. We got 75 days remaining, so let's see where we are by the time I land. Since I made that silly mistake, I recalled Impa screaming for her life, yes, but also telling me to find the Forgotten Temple. And once there, I spotted a mural showing the precise order and locations to each geoglyph. So just like a breakup, the memories had me going tear to tear. I found the second memory, received unconditional love from an animal, found the third memory, discovered something new about the world. I even reconnected with an old friend. Actually, I wouldn't really call this guy my friend. They're both a bit off, to say the least, but Kilton's obsession of monsters seems rather tame to his brother Colton's obsession of consuming frog-like beings in order to escape the newest adoring god. Are you sure you don't want something a bit more normal, like some cool, innovative gaming technology or a hug? I completed the fourth memory, and honestly, after this, I kinda wanted a break from crime. So I headed north towards the Hiba region to find out what's going on in Rito Village. Turns out it's a bit windy, causing freezing temperatures, a bunch of snow to fall, making all these birds very sad. But there was hope. The Tulin teamwork team up. Tulin really wanted to figure out what was going on with the storm and really wanted to know how to stop it, and really wanted me to follow him through a cave that goes to the center of the storm. But you know what? I don't think Tulin is a believer in the Tulin teamwork team up. I think he just wanted me to do all the work and use the Tulin teamwork team up as an excuse to show off his cool party trick where he blows wind and makes a funny noise. Oh, I hope he makes that noise every time. Oh my god. But after seeing his skills with a bow and arrow, maybe we do make a good team. Why would you shoot the bomb? Oh, no way! Trampolines! There couldn't be a funner way to gain altitude. You think there's a trampoline at the end of the staircase? Yeah! A few bounces later, and we had arrived. The Wind Temple. You think a conveniently placed lamp can deter me? Think again. Never back down. After solving puzzles in ways they definitely shouldn't work, it worked. It was time to fight the big bad of the temple. My name is Booger and I'm very cold. All right, Tulin, this looks like a challenge. Let's give it our all. That's it. What a fight! That was absolutely bonkers! Our boy became the Sage of the Wind, and our first regional phenomena was complete. So I spent some time back at Lookout Landing, upgraded my inventory, my battery cell, not too dissimilar to how I upgraded my Switch's battery with the mobile dock. Wink, wink, wink. 8 hours of battery life. Wink, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. And asked Robbie for a quick favor to upgrade my Purah Pad. But of course, it's Robbie we're dealing with here, so he was all like, oh, if you catch me first, and maybe chase him all the way to Hatano Village. But if I'm honest, I'm kind of glad he did, because there's so much to do here. Of course, I got a bunch of new gadgets for my Purah Pad, but I also met this weirdo Sage who could help me customize my paraglider finally. And I almost forgot, I own property in Hatano. I have a whole house I can call my own. Wait a sec. Where's my body pillow of Alex for lying? So I found out that Zelda moved into my house and shoved all my belongings down a well. She left a note at least, saying you put my shirt in a secret passage in the castle? Zelda, come off it. All I'm trying to do is look fashionable. And apparently, I'm not the only one. What I first assumed to be a cult was in fact a new fashion line created by Hatano's very own Cece, a mushroom-obsessed costume designer who wants to run for town mayor. Ain't no way the virtue glasses are rose-tinted because I can see every red flag. And so for the next few days, I helped both Cece and the current mayor of Hatano spy on each other's campaigns. I snuck into the mayor's private quarters. I spied on Cece eating carrots alone at night. What? And skipping over details to make this sound extra silly, restored peace to Hatano. Oh, to rig the political campaigns of Hyrule. With that adventure done, I activated the Lanayru Tower, explored the islands above. Oh no. And glided towards Hyrule Castle to find my clothes. Why did you put them here? With my eyes feeling dry from not crying in a while, I headed back towards the desert, not to help fight the scary Gyptos, but to complete the 5th memory and help Pen solve the case. And I can't put into words how manic this game is, because somehow I ended up back in the depths in search for Master Koga once again. And once I bullied a few of his goons for directions, I found Koga, he challenged me to round 2, lost, and ran off again. I had the immediate urge to chase after him, but not now. Now's not the time. I can't afford to get distracted making memories chasing this man through the underworld. I gotta find and hold someone else's memories from the ancient past. Wait, this doesn't sound very healthy. And once I collected the next memory, I was finally all caught up to know the context of that, and eagerly headed north towards the 8th memory. But if this game is anything, it's things not going to plan. Somehow I diverted east, heading towards Typhlo ruins. So, I completed the Typhlo Tower, ended up back in the sky, and managed to get the final piece to my squirrel armor. So I gave it a test dive, gliding through the air so ridiculously smooth, but maybe too smooth, straight for a chasm to the depths of Korok Forest.
Terror, distress, anxiety, horror, alarm, agitation.
You know what, Riju? Maybe the Gyptos weren't as scary as I thought, you know? I'll happily save Gerudo Town, make a triangle out of light, and discover an ancient pyramid with you. Wait, what?
Queen Gibdo is so aesthetic, Corbet. Scourge of my heart. I just farted really loud.
That was terrifying. Kind of like how terrifyingly sold I am on Vitcher's XR glasses. If it wasn't obvious before, I'm pretty sold on this thing. But there was a problem. All my friends started getting really curious why I kept wearing sunglasses indoors. So I let them give it a go. And what I didn't realize until my friends tested out the Vitcher XR glasses is just how many options the glasses have for adjustments and customization. You can change the nose pad out to fit the size of your schnoz. There's vision correction to adjust each lens individually with these little knobs. And they even have this tint changing film for brightness and background visibility, which is A, absolutely bonkers, and B, a genuine way to play games whilst you sunbathe. And if you want to be fully immersed without seeing any background behind you, you can use this nifty lens cover. What impresses me the most is how Virtue has made the entire adjustment process ridiculously simple. It's really effortless to fine-tune the glasses to fit your preferences, or even Ivan's. And speaking of friends, you can have 2 pairs of XR glasses connect to the dock at the same time, allowing for local multiplayer or stream whatever entertainment you want.
I showed a 16th century kid top 5 goblin videos on this thing. I actually might buy one of these these for everybody in my house. This is sick. Is there a company that makes this?
Yeah, it's called Virtue.
Virtue? I've always wanted this. I think I can die now.
With 2 regional phenomena complete, my next goal was the 8th memory up in Hebra. But I wasn't gonna get there by squabbling up rocks on foot. I needed a powerful, impressive machine for my long journey ahead. It was time to put my Ultra Hand skills to the max and build the ultimate automobile. All I needed to do was make sure it doesn't get stuck in a tree. Bollocks. So I copied a build idea from someone online and shamelessly cruised to the nearby stable where I would ride my horse to the stable in Hebra. And once arriving, immediately getting asked for my help. According to the stable workers, Zelda's special golden horse had trotted off into the snow. Luckily the same direction as the 8th memory. But the stable worker said this with caution, as there was a 3rd interest in this direction. A really cool monster. Why would you present it like it's forbidden? That just makes me want to see it more. Trekking off in the direction of all 3 things, the first thing I come across is obviously the really cool monster. Oh my god. Ice Gleok? Really cool? You couldn't come up with anything better than really cool for an ice? I got frozen, blown, frozen again, blown again. I don't think saying those words too many times is a good idea. Once I got Frosty's down to a flake of health, it scurried off into the sky and started making a vortex. Well, everyone knows what they say about vortexes. Make sure you don't get hit by an icicle. Is it just me or do I keep manifesting my death? Learning my lesson to not wriggle around as much, I figured out what I had to do. Fight fire with fire, or in this case, ice with ice. Using recoil to shoot up into the sky, I was in the perfect position to shoot it in the face, and the face. And after that, I didn't really have to do anything else because it died of fall damage. Yeah! I found Zelda's horse, returning them to the stable, and got to choose a name for them. Sponge Cake. Me and Sponge then trotted off on a little expedition. Completed the 8th tier, activated the Picadis Stone Grove Tower, activated the Ross Pro Pass Skyview Tower. What are these names? Bringing me to a decision to explore the rest of Hebra's sky. Although I didn't have enough battery to get to this really high floating island, so I tried using recoil as a way of recharging my creation without immediately falling. And it kind of worked, but thanks to Tulin, it didn't really work, making me have to do the entire process again. It's a shame that 50% of my time using this incredible technology is watching myself fail. F that. Now this feels much safer. There's a lot I found down here this time. Statues that led to nowhere, an abandoned factory with a giant garlic that also seemed to not have any purpose, an old McDonald's playhouse. Didn't seem like there was much for me to do down here, so I took a lighthouse up and out to the surface. Not too far off from a tower and the next regional phenomenon. I reached the upland Zorana Tower, and looking upon Zora's domain, things seemed rather down and brown. There's crap falling from the sky and completely destroying the aesthetic Zoras are known for. They've gone from royal, respectful, upper class to, damn, you live like this? Vitra's XL glasses help a bit though. I guess you can polish a turd. Once I got to Zora's domain, the king, or my pal Sidon, weren't anywhere to be found, but instead, a green woman who many would consider rather attractive. Wait a second! She's a fish! I helped out the Zora with some environmental cleanup, discovered organic water balloons. Oh, thanks for blowing them away, Tulin. That was really nice of you. Found and retrieved the 9th memory, and with all that out of the way, met up with my good friend Sidon to help him unclog his domain.
Water is my domain.
With all these huge mud pipes clogging the pipes, Sidon decided he'd use his special powers to become a toilet flush in his own domain.
I'm a flush in my domain.
I'm flushing down.
My domain.
Somewhere whilst I was down there was actually quite cool. I activated a giant waterfall that leads to the water temple.
Climbing waterfalls is actually my domain.
I don't care. I think this temple gave me motion sickness. Sidon, look! It's the source of the mud pies! The Muktarok!
We must cure its diarrhea!
Some mighty bananas and Hylian rice should do the trick. That's not your mouth. Yay, we did it. I wonder what you're going to say. Oh, you're going to mention the domain?
You helped save my domain.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool. And with the Zora phenomena complete, I fell to the depths of the domain, encountering Master Koga Speedboat Edition. Koga ran off again, so I traveled back up to the surface, exploring the east coast of Hyrule. Tortured up a goblin in Western Occluder, put my Ultra Hand skills to the test in Tarrytown, and even helped Addison put up a sign. What's going on? I also completed this maze right here, but I don't really want to talk about it because the reward made me very angry. Having this stuff is like unlocking a 4th mode for your Switch. In some situations, I might still use handheld if it's a quick 10 minutes out on a bus or train, but for flights, someone without a TV, your bed, it's no competition. And the fact that it feels more personal and immersive playing this way kind of pushes it as the preferred way to play above the TV in the Switch mode tier list, depending on the experience you're looking for. Now, I'm not really one for statistics. I'm more of a, it's lightweight, it's premium, its displays are very crispy, woo, kind of guy. But if you're curious, 55 pixels per degree, 43 FOV, built-in electrochromic Harman sound system, 1920 by 1080 per eyeball, a 3D mode built-in, a volume control, 78 grams! The dock also doubles as a portable charger, which is really useful and really cool. And luckily, the price of a 1-dock pack is not $3,500. The cost of a 1-dock pack, after applying the promo code GetMadz, it gives you 10% off, is in fact $510. And even though it's not $3,500, you might still be skeptical on if you think the 1-dock pack is worth it. But for what you get, what's in the box, and if I'm honest, the box itself, you're getting something seriously premium. With the final stretch of the days left, let's see how our journey ends. After doing Memory 10, Memory 11, and I saved the Deku Tree from the silly hands in its stomach. Got the Master Sword, not gonna tell you how. Got the Hylian Shield. I was tired, so I looked up a walkthrough. A classic Zelda item using a classic Zelda tactic. Is it sad I'm nostalgic to using walkthroughs? I found a massive unit of a horse and named it Hercules, of course. Solved a mystery with Pen. Don't worry, Pen. It's just a woman who comes down to a well every night to chant. I snuck into the secret hideout of the Yiga clan and discovered I can earthbend. I also got hugely scammed and bought this. I took on the fire temple with my Yunobo.
That must be the first padlock, Link. Oh, there are 4 more for us to find. That's a lot.
No, it's not. You can imagine how that went. And with every sage by my side...
Well, technically there's one more sage.
Oh yeah, Purah, think you're being clever? What? I found her already! Ha! Did you see that coming? With every sage by my side and the Master Sword in hand, there was only one thing left to do. Defeat my arch nemesis in a battle to the death. Master Koga. Who else would I be talking about? With that, we did it. The first 100 days in Tears of a Kingdom complete. And looking back, it's very rare to have a game experience quite like this. Playing a revolutionary game with revolutionary hardware. I can't thank everyone over at Virtue enough for making this special experience that much more memorable. If you want to check out the dock pack for yourself or any of Virtue's other products, you can check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching. Click one of these videos on screen whilst I sit back, relax, and play another 100 days.